Hello YouTube from the future, Insane Monster here, with another Let's Stab of Warcraft 3 Re-Reforged. Today we are going to work again on the second mission of the Undead campaign. We have an issue though, and I want to put a lot of doodads here and there and make this the best possible map ever, but there is something on our way. And this something is Reforged, and you say, you are against Reforged. No, I like Reforged assets for the most part, but today we are going to have a bit of issues, and you can see this is our issue, and this is our issue. Basically, this terrain is brownish. The fall leaves that are always been orange in Warcraft 3 and they always were orange are now brownish, and this brownish color is not suitable for our work because we need to change all the assets again. It's not worth the effort. So our goal is to turn these leaves, so thick grass and short grass, into a more orangey color. To do so, we can do that inside the editor. We need to use an external tool. I already extracted the textures and I'm ready to try to modify them. We're going to start from the thick grass. When I'm satisfied with the result, we're going to apply the same filter on the short grass. We will require a bit more fine-tuning since it's a bit more varied. Once this is done, I think this map here will look much more, while still looking unique, will look much more consistent with respect to the previous map and the Warcraft 3 look we are used to. Okay, these are small modifications, but there will take very little time to do them. Okay, so if I can do them in half an hour, they can do them in basically 10 minutes. So let's do that. Let's move to our tool, which is Photoshop, and let's apply this colorize filter. As you can see, this is the full color. This is my colorized color. We can change the opacity. If I go all up with opacity, I get this full orange thing. Maybe this map should be a bit less saturated than the first one. I need to make some tests. So we are going to do this like that. Okay, let's say around 65%. And then we're going to save this. We're going to save this in workspace, in our structure, and this is on, let's call this environment, and let's call this village fall, and let's call this village fall grass thick diffuse. Okay, this will be under the source. And we save here. We say okay, then we save again. And here as a DDS file. We save the DDS, so it's the texture, and then we import into the map. So we go back to Warcraft 3 editor, we go into the asset manager. So why it's so big, and we are going to take stuff. So it's new, environment, village fall, and this one. Now we need to find the exact name this texture has. And to do so, I think the best way is to use cast view. We go here, and cast view is showing how it works inside the archive file of Warcraft 3, so how all assets are organized. So we go into HD, of course, and then we go to terrain art, village fall, and we find it here. So we go to this one, village fall grass thick diffuse. We copy file name to the clipboard, we close, we go here to imp, which is the last important thing, and then we remove this part. I usually like to have them big like this, but it's just a matter of my own preference. It will make no difference for the engine. And so we are. You say, but I don't see any change. Yeah, we need to restart the editor to see changes. So let me save this map, which should be pretty fast to save since there is no trigger. But I'm happy to be proven wrong, okay. And we close it, and we reopen the editor once more. And so white, okay. Then we reopen the map, and we see the effect. If you're happy with the effect, it's fine. If you're not, we need to change stuff. When we are happy with that effect, we are going to apply it to the short grass. Okay. I for once think we should go a bit more bright. This is not perfectly the same, but at the same time, I think this doesn't need to be perfectly the same. I mean, if you're looking at this in the game, you are really noticing big differences. I think this might be enough of a change. And now there are people with me here on Twitch, so my dear viewers, do you think this is enough, or should I go more bright? It's pretty good here, okay? Let me tell. Looks good. If you are happy with this, then this is the color. As you can see, this color is very, very well blending with all this. So it's pretty easy, and I think it makes the map even a bit better. The splats are a bit more yellowish. Yeah, the splats are a bit more yellowish. But do you think I should change them to fit more or not? Should I change the splat to fit more, or is this fit enough? Because I can do it, of course. It's not an issue. Oh, I need to change also this one. This is the cliff one. Lejean, you are too kind. You see, even these are a bit more bright, but I think this is not bad. It's the same shades of the same thing. I need to export one more thing though. I need to export the color for the cliff. What are the cliffs? What are the texture of the cliffs? Maybe it's yeah. It's in replaceable texture. It's possible that it might be here, because the color of the cliff is not corresponding. I need to find where it is. I think this is the cliff in other meaning. In art, this is all the blight. So much blight. Foliage. The village full foliage. Amazing. Where might it be? So let me export a bit more stuff, because they seems to be replaceable textures. Let me export everything here. Okay, so come on. Okay, so this is the DDS. This is pretty basic though. Where can I find the textures of the cliffs? With this one. This looks so weird otherwise. You see the coloring. As if it was coloring them, but... Sorry. Refrigerator, we can close it. So, where might it be? It's not in these. It's not in the village art. Dirt rough, grass short. Or maybe if I open this one is working fine. This is the original one. It's working fine. Where it might be? We'll see. Let me check. Inside Warcraft 3 there are multiple MPQs. This is old though. Because I'm sure I did something like that. I don't remember. The terrain art is flat, sound shirt models, visible textures. Plats again. The streets, cityscape, common button. Environmental maps. Foliage. Oh, there it is. Tiles. Ooh, here we are. Found. God, here we are. So, let's see which one you are. So, Q should be the one we are looking for. Let me check. This was hard to find. My God, if this wasn't hard to find. Okay. So we go back here and we go to tile sets, Q. Here we are, found our boy. So we go here and yes. And it's pretty easy. We just need to duplicate this one and move it to this clip one. If you say, oh my God, this also, yeah, I know. So we need to do this manually and we need to remove the effects from all of this. Okay, so we can do this. This is putting it back at its original color. You know what will be fun, my dears? It will be fun to see when people play this map and then we're going to try to use the village tile set and they will say, but this doesn't look the same. It's so cool. People say, but this does not look the same as my one. But do you agree with me? These are small changes. I don't think this is a big change. I don't think at all. I think this is something basically everyone can do. I'm using Photoshop, but you can use GIMP to obtain the same results, and GIMP is free. So, small Change is heresy. No, change is good. Change is good when it's not change for change's sake, but it's improvement. Like the shades. I'm curious, if you are esports, maybe Flynn watched a lot of esports, is a big fan of back to Warcraft, but are shades useful in competitive scene? Because I always find shades one of the worst unit in the game, but maybe I'm wrong, because hardly, yeah. I think the changes to shades are one of the most awesome thing Re-Reforged has to offer, because it's making the shades playable finally. It gives you a reason to play with shades. So let me check. Oh my god, too large. Let me try to fix it all. Then we'll check and we see if we have some seams or stuff like that. In the case, we will fix them manually, of course. I mean, my shades can do something, okay? So they are also more expensive and take up more food, okay? So they're not coming as free upgrades from the original shades. They are still have some drawbacks, but I think they are much better than the original one, which pretty useless. Especially in the campaign, shades are pointless. The bad thing is that I'm going to have to program my AI to fight against invisible units, something the AI is not capable of. So we need to program everything individually. But with the elves it will be easy, because I will give all the elves towers the ability to reveal stuff, so I will do something like the scan from the humans and the Terrans in StarCraft. Whenever they feel a shade nearby, they will scan. Okay, so I'm going to basically add something randomized that they can see the shades even if it's not there. Sorry, they can see the shades and they will randomly scan area, and then they will randomly scan areas where the shades are, because the editor knows that the code knows where the shades are, even if the AI should not know. So basically something like this, and this should work pretty well. I'm pretty confident that will become pretty nice, and people will play shades and have fun playing shades for the first time in their lives after 20 years. Okay. Now this is entirely non-necessary. Okay, I'm doing this to really improve. You see the effect now. Pretty improved. Oh, sorry, made a mistake. Okay. Yeah, you're one of the few people who appreciate that, because everyone hates me for my change on acolytes and necromancers. But I think it makes more fun to play against them and with them. Especially Necromancer. My changes to Necromancer are not only the fact that they are no longer undead. Changes are much more substantial. They are sustained support unit now instead of burst support. So you want to keep them alive. I just saw Giant Grant Games playing with the Synergy mod for StarCraft 2, and the unit of the mission, it was the third Undead mission, were the Necromancers. And he wanted to use the Necromancers, but they sucked, okay? They just sucked. And not because of synergy, because they suck, okay, in the game. They are useful only in a specific time, and once they have depleted their mana, if there is no other unit nearby refilling their mana, they are just pointless. They don't need to exist anymore. So this is something I want to change. I want to have you feel you lose something when they die, and to do that you need to make sure they're not going to exhaust their mana in 2 seconds, and they should still be valuable after a while. So now they only raise one skeleton, the skeleton type is randomized, and you get also to play with the archers. And beside that, you also get the fact that they can do that for much more time because they consume less mana and have cooldown. So this will make them really useful in the long run, and I'm excited to see how people will play with Necromancers. I already see how DI play with them, and he played pretty well. I want to see how people will. You think they are overpowered in vanilla, the Necromancers? You really think they are overpowered? I mean, you just need to priest to defeat any Necromancer. If you have a bunch of Necromancer, they raise everything. Skeleton army can die with a dispel. What have I done? Oh my god. The skeleton army dies in a second with a dispel. Yeah, that's not a problem of the unit, it's a problem of your opponent. Oh my god. No. It's second training, just adept training for the spell. Mastery training is inner fire. And if you play against Night Elves, they have Dreads with the spell immediately. Yeah. I'm really excited to have you play Necromancer. The fun thing is that you are going to be able to play them in this map. Basically, you have a chance to find them in the previous map, and they will help in this map and be available in this map. Or you can find it in this map too, and they will be available in this map. Or if you don't, they will become available as regular on the third mission. I wanted to have Abominations become available on the third mission. And you can imagine what you can say. What? Abominations on the third mission? Are you out of your mind? Well, not really. Resurrect. You want me to resurrect? You seem tired. I'm always tired. I basically keep falling asleep every time. Oh. I would love to find a fast way to do this. Like this. There must be some other way. I think having the player be able to use abominations from the third map would be awesome. A complete change of perspective. Abominations are awesome units, and they need to be played sooner rather than later. There is no and I plan to add no new units on the Siege of Dalaran because you're going to play not a macro map. So, what's the purpose of having like new units if you can play with them? Like that change. Are you doing it by mouse? Yeah, I'm doing it with mouse. But I will tell you a secret. I'm pretty good with mouse. I can write with mouse, okay, if I want to. Not the best calligraphy in the world, but can write. Oh, this foliage is not so well blended. Enable permission tree. Oh yeah, like Duffman will say. Oh yeah. I think it will be awesome. Yeah, exactly. The first quote last chapter. The goal is basically to give you more options to play, because I never liked the Undead campaign, so I want to make something that I finally can like. And this is not an easy task, okay? So, to make something that I like. As you can see, I'm pretty precise with the mouse. This taking a lot of time, okay? Imagine people joining and say, what are you doing? I was expecting Re-Reforged, not Photoshop. And I was thinking I need some way to introduce the abominations, because in the original campaign they're not introduced, I think. So you don't have dialogue for them. Am I right or am I wrong? Do my mind trick me or I remember correctly? Because if they're not introduced, I can introduce them when I want. Yeah. I mean, the Undead campaign, a playable unit like, we have now these abomination Prince Arthurs, use them well. I think they just are there at a certain point. So I want to have some kind of scene where, like, after Arthas kill all in the first village, the necromancers approach like pile of bodies, which the ghoul are eating, and then they do something like this, and they create the abomination, something like this. I think they deserve to be introduced. Dump out of a mid wagon. No. Why am I Scientist? They're Scourge units. These are supposed to be made by the Scourge, not by anyone else. I was actually thinking to make them farm from ghouls, like in the cutscene, I mean, just in the cutscene. But then I say, if I do this for the cutscene, people expect this to be a mechanic, so no, I'm not going to do so. We have to farm the whole way. But imagine this, at the end of this, imagine everything makes sense. After 20 years, all of the plot, all the things that doesn't make sense will finally make sense. And everything will be done as it should be done in modern times. Yeah, but since it's a discarded mechanic, they will want to see this in game if I do it, so I'm not going to do so. Because I know my people, okay? I know the way fans think. Fans don't like good content. Fans like content that they like already. This is the problem of fandoms. With fandoms, it's hard to make good content because they want just to see what they already like more than new things. So isn't this true? You will be there probably otherwise. Yeah, I mean fan service. Fan service is designed to be appreciated by fans and fans only. Okay. I think we are almost there. Okay. Yeah. It's like Spider-Man No Way Home. I saw the movie and I thought, God, this is not a movie. I mean, I know I'm very, very late for this. Oh, Sanglier Fourier. Sanglier Fourier commented on my campaign, so now he left positive reviews. I appreciate positive reviews. More reviews, more supporters. Pretty please, people. I watched Spider-Man No Way Home, basically. I know I'm late by like 2 years, but I was not that interested. And I thought the movie made no sense. Basically, it was just a way to have cameos of old characters from other movies. So it's not really a movie. It's more like a cameo fest. Okay. What do you say? Can we be satisfied with this? Yeah, but that was more than most. I mean, I was a bit cringed at some points. Like, what the fuck is this? And yes, it's Angela. It's not a point of being orange. It's a point of being precise. I'm not doing this to make it look orange. I'm doing this to make it look precise and orange. Don't watch Marvel. I think the original movies were... Oh, I forgot some part. The original movie were not so bad. I mean, the first movies up to Endgame, they were on average cool enough. On average. Then something happened and they are bad. Like, really bad. I was forgetting this part. It's more precise than what I'm painting. Not bad, when I'm painting it's supposed to be very precise. And yes, by the way, I also have a graphic tablet. Okay, so I can use a graphic tablet with this thing, but I can't bother to turn it on, basically, when I'm as fast with the mouse. If I had to paint from scratch, I use it, though. Basically impossible otherwise. I watched the live action of The Little Mermaid yesterday with my girlfriend and friends. My god, how long it is. I was a bit dying of boredom at the end. You're sorry to hear that. Fire sword. So, let's see if we manage. So, new environment with all source. Well, cliff 1 diffuse. Now save as. Yes, here. Let's see. We get the name of this one. Go here. We import this thing. And we see if it works fine. Let's see. Let's see if it works. Close. Reopen. Cool. Okay. Okay. You see some small seams. You can see some small seams here and there, like there is a little bug in one place. There's the same seams everywhere. I think it looks pretty dope. Okay. We have fixed it. We have to fix this small seam. Where is the seam? We need to find this seam. It's basically a more brownish part. It can be everywhere. Depends on the texture. Let me check what's in front of it. So, in front of it, I think it is on this larger thing here. So it's here, basically. So it's something like this. Sorry. Cult last music, yeah. It's going to become pretty fitting quite soon. Or maybe it's just somewhere here. Maybe it's just here. Yes, I think it's here. It's there, so I can do. No. Okay, maybe this will work. Also here. Okay. Then we also check here. This was really missing, yeah. Other elemental. No, it's even hot here, so I do appreciate drinking. And as always, I regret it's not beer, because if it was beer, I will appreciate even more. We have a lot of parts here that were not well colored. Okay. Maybe it works, maybe don't. We don't care. Okay, should be fine. Yeah. Now it's the less fun one. Yeah. Here we are. Yeah, this is wrong, so we do this, and voila. Now, Darren was telling me to select color. Select color, but don't know if I really can select color. Yes. I redeem everything. Okay, so let's see. Maybe I can zoom in. Maybe. Then select color range. This color here. So what have I done? This one. Image. Selection. Where is my selection? There is no selection. I really don't understand. Let me select easier with a magic wand. Yeah. Lose the effect. It's not good enough. Use better magic wand. It always inverts. Let's see how this looks. I'm not too convinced that I can do it so easily, but maybe, just maybe, maybe we can. New environment for okay. Here it was there, so it's oh yeah, it's here. Sorry, moment. Let's turn arts. Copy. Go here and we copy and see how does it look. Okay. Now we save and we do again. Oh. Let's see, probably will be very bad. But thanks God we are not walking destructive, so it's easy to correct. It doesn't look bad. It actually looks quite good. Lol, this is not looking bad at all. This is looking quite nice actually. Blends well. Don't you agree? I think that's pretty fine. It still has the same vibe. of the village fall they made, the Reforged team, but it has now the right color palette. I didn't expect this to come out at the first try. I didn't reload these ones. It's Cliff. This needs to be. It's good. We did it. We did it. Okay, so since we did this, we can now concentrate on preparing this part over here. If I don't fall asleep when I do this. So, this is where the player is. Okay, so this is where the player base will be. In the original, does the player start with the base? Let me check what the audio tells us. We'll see.
This crude contraption will allow you to transport the remains of our master. Pardon, Lord, but a being of Kelthus
Told you, my death would mean
So cool.
the undead must haunt the gold mine before the acolytes can begin harvesting gold. Blight is created when undead structures are summoned. Buildings can only be summoned onto Blight, with the exception of the necropolis. When standing on Blight, wounded undead units regenerate faster. Summoning a graveyard will supply the undead army with fresh corpses. Ghouls harvest lumber for the undead army.
Okay, so there is no hint about doing anything. So I think we should have this start like that. Okay, so this is the gold mine. At least the necropolis. Yeah, I do agree. Let me rehear this.
The undead must haunt the gold mine before the acolytes can begin harvesting gold. The undead must haunt the gold mine before the
Okay.
Blight is created when undead structures are summoned. Buildings can only be summoned onto Blight, with the exception of the necropolis.
Yeah, so only necropolis. Yes, I will add the village fall later. Okay. So at the beginning, you only have the necropolis. Okay, this is ideal. So I guess you will have a couple units. I guess we can do it with less acolytes because it's fun to have less acolytes. Force you to build acolytes. Like a couple ghouls. And like the meat wagon. And then I'm going to add whatever units you manage to survive from the previous part, where you fight the small boss. So you might have more units here, artists and stuff. Okay, yeah. Let me check all the text here.
What the hell is that? Can you not simply raise the remains when we find them? Very well then. Let's move out. Stand aside, brother. I've come to collect some old bones and I don't wish to be disturbed. Come along now, Necromancer. The powers that you once served have need of you again. Quell the loss.
Lol.
As you wish. Very dramatic, Uther. Give me the urn, and I'll make sure you die. We may never know, Uther. What the? Am I hearing ghosts now?
Okay.
This crude contraption will allow you to transport the remains of our master. Pardon, Lord, but a being of Kel'Thuzad's power can only be reanimated at a nexus of powerful ley energies.
Where are
And
the
there are no
necromancer's
such-
remains? Where are the necromancer's remains? Retrieve them immediately. It took you long enough. These remains are badly decomposed. They will never survive the trip to Quel'Thalas. Yes, only the energies of the High Elves' Sunwell can bring Kel'Thuzad back to life. You must steal a very special herb.
Okay, so you are going to get them here. Here I don't have put any guard tower.
What the hell is that? This crude contraption will allow you to transport the remains of our master.
I have a cool idea. I have a cool idea. Oh my god, I just have an idea. I just had an idea. Basically, it makes no sense to have the meat wagon here as a tutorial for meat wagons, okay? But I can make them something like the meat. At least one meat wagon has to survive the boss fight. This could be cool. And then you're going to use them to play later on, okay? When you are in the macro section. And so I will add the stuff in the macro section. Maybe I can add a couple guard tower here just to fill this hole. Like, I can just do something here, like something like this. Okay, with the other player was the one that was this one. Okay, is the teal? Is this teal? No, it's not teal. Which color is this? It's turquoise. I think it would be nice to have something like here, a barricade with some units. Here too, in place of the tombs. I thought it was nice to retain their different colors as a not the original. I think it's nice, but if you all think it's so bad, I can have a pool. I can have a pool about that. I will make a pool on YouTube and Twitter and iWorkshop about this, so I can see what the community thinks. Here a barricade will be better. I can even add a tutorial here. This is very cool. Blocking this tower with barricades and such. Yeah, but this is better from a I can put them on hills, but it's better from a gameplay purpose. Okay, it's much more nice to have this unreachable. This will be unreachable, and you have to basically destroy them with mid wagons to destroy also this. So cool. So nice. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is pretty cool. I can add even one more. You start from there, so it'll be fine anyway. I can even add one of these. Okay. No, I think trees there, it's smaller enough, like it is in the previous one. This is a very cool idea. It forces you to use meat wagons. I think I'm going to do this also in the macro part. So you have to use meat wagons to attack the towers. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. This is an awesome idea. Okay, so this is both great for the boss fight, where you have at least one to survive beside Arthas. I'll see. If it's too complex, I mean, it's like the boss fight is too complex, I will let them remain out of the boss fight, and so you only have to survive with Arthas. And you have this section, but this is something I need to decide when I try it, because if it's too hard to keep them alive, because they are not really easy to move around, so it might be very, very problematic if the enemy targets them. So I will see. I will see what is the best course of action. Otherwise, they will remain out and you can play with the other units. But it would be nice to have them in. I will see what I can do about that, if I can. See, yeah, it is true. Okay, yeah, you have to have them in rear. Makes sense too. So this way they are also. But what happens in the original map? What happens if you lose the meat wagons in the first part? Some more will spawn. I think I can spawn some more for you, basically. Nothing. Okay, nothing. So we can do this. But in this case, it does not. If you lose them, you're not going to destroy the tower anymore. So cool. But very bad if you lose them here. Okay. 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 Sorry I was being silent. I was thinking about the graphics here. Okay. Why did that? To make this blend more, okay? This batch of grass, they now blend better with this environment than before. Okay, now, so this is going to be pretty nice. Now we have the dots here to place. This part was not terrain originally. Of course, it was out of reach, so it didn't make sense to terrain them back then. I'm mad, but not so mad. Oh, big rocks. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay. I'm going to add a bit of rocks here, but not many, because there are supposed to be trees there, okay? So I don't need so many rocks as usual. Oh, thank you, Sanglier Fourier. I really appreciate the sub. Hope you like the content. Don't be shy. It's insane. Yeah, it's me. Actually, me. My water is going to be depleted soon. To you, Flynn. Good day. Good day, Flynn. By the way, Flynn, do you know when Witty Warcraft is going to upload his playthrough of the first Undead mission? How much delay it does usually apply? Oh! I was forgetting about this. Hmm. Hmm. I think it can be understood. Yeah. So cool. I remember when I did that. So much time ago. So much time has passed. I'm older now, and I'm also tired now. Much more than I was there. Okay, I think it's fine. Let me add more rocks. Of course, I made the previous mission in the past. The previous mission is the human. This was human 04, so it's been a ton of time. What? What? Oh, lol. Okay. Previous mission. I remember I was so proud of it. The one with the two lanes, the Dota map, basically. I was really proud of it. Yeah. You know, people would say, why are you putting Easter eggs in there? You're not Blizzard. But I can tell them, why can Blizzard put Easter eggs and I can't? What makes Blizzard devs different than me? The logo on their t-shirt, it's still devs, right? Ryan Keaton were there, yeah. Will you add the Tichondrius ship here? I don't think so. Actually, I would love... There is this section with Tichondrius that I'm going to remove. The fact that Tichondrius killed the people, I think I'm going to remove it. Because you're going to play as Tichondrius in the interlude, so it's a bit redundant. I might add a ship named Tichondrius, because Tichondrius can morph into stuff, so it can also morph into a ship. I believe it's shapeshifter, right? So maybe I can rework it like that, which is also compatible with the lore. It's not redundant with all the lines you will hear anyway in the preview in the next map. Ticorius, yeah, Ticorius can come back. Ticorius. in the previous map, yeah. Basically, no streamer saw it when they played. It was really something a very small amount of people saw. I think it does say that already in the previous map. If you click on him, it should tell this. And don't remember if I remember to. I don't remember if I remember to completely implement this, but it was intended in the previous map. I don't want to have the conviews around in this one, especially because it's a macro map. Okay, so I don't want to. Macro maps usually have more strict rules from a certain point of view. Yeah, but this spot is not available in the map. You will not see this spot. Rocks. Do you remember when I was rocking in the previous mission? Here we are again. Rocking, rock and roll. Rock and roll. What music is in the background now? Because I can hear it, so it's only for you, my dear viewers. Anche Raiden, I think, yeah. One thing we can all agree on is World of Warcraft has amazing music. The musical score of this game, in general Warcraft, is amazing. One of the best in the video game history. But I am not surprised because Glenn Stafford is an amazing composer. One thing didn't manage to not screw up, yeah. I think just the fact that Diablo 4 has a battle pass is something ridiculous. It's a single player game, my god. Why should it have a battle pass? Okay. Not an yachts. More. The problem is not Gothic. The problem is the fact that people like him are in charge. This is the world we live in. The problem is not him. He is just the symptoms, not the cause of the problem. The problem is capitalism. Some commie music. Cool. When you make rocks, you want to try to make rocks unique. Like this place here. This place is too symmetrical, so you need to make it not so symmetrical. This way is no longer symmetrical. Then you add rocks, you add something huge here that takes a bit of your attention when you walk by. Then you add something huge but lower level to actually make it feel a bit larger and not a fixed shape. Then you add something like this, an angle, like that. Let me see if I can find a better position, like this. Then you add something smaller. Also here, blending perfectly, and you get it. Okay, you have your area. Now it seems AAA. You want to make it look like as if it was a AAA game. I know that Outsider Z is going down the rabbit hole. I feel like Morpheus in Matrix. Like, take the blue pill and you will discover, you'll find out how deep is the hole of the rabbit. And this is the point here. If you start reforging stuff for good, you understand that you can achieve incredible results, but you also understand that it will take you an age. Look how much time do I need to take to place the rocks around. This map I'm quite lucky, I have almost everything done already. AAA. Warcraft 3 was AAA when it came out. But Reforged is not AAA. It has AAA assets, but the game is not AAA. Because there is no attention to the detail in the level design. The level designer Barebone didn't have the time, of course, so AAA is attention to detail. What I like about AAA stuff is that you don't notice things that are good, but they make you feel good. You will never notice all of this effort I'm placing to put rocks here and there and in such manner, but you will feel it even if you don't understand it directly. If you don't see it directly, you will still feel it. And you will think, oh, this is incredible terrain, submersive. And why? Because of this kind of things that are all around the ground, and you don't even think about them unless I point them out. Because nothing is preventing me from doing something like that. Let's see if I found. This is default, okay? This is default. You do this, you're done. This can be this area, but this area doesn't feel right. This is too huge. This is too high. It's a bit weird, okay? So you need something more customized. You can't work with on a map multiple people together, first of all. And then having interns doing this, which is so bad term, would mean that I have to make sure they do stuff the way I will do it. Yeah, because interns is small volunteers, maybe more than interns. Interns sounds like some poor people forced to work insane amount of hours just to become no longer an intern, like as if this was correct. Okay. This is more of a rock submerged by leaves, okay, by grass. You usually want to use regular rocks when you are nearby trees, so that you have automatic pathfinding. You don't have to add it manually, which is pretty boring stuff to do. In a place like that, this is a macro map, so remember, do not clutter too much around player base. You might want to add regular rocks, so don't you have to not mesh them. Okay. Okay. Pretty nice, pretty nice. There's a lot of stuff to add here, but I'm pretty happy with the result. Okay. Okay. Let's make sure this terrain is up to par with the rest. Okay. Okay. I like this. It's seamlessly integrating now, as it should. Ah, okay. Okay. Sorry if I'm being silent. I'm thinking about stuff I'm doing. And I'm also very tired, so I'm not going to last much longer. Okay. There is all eaten, yeah. So I can maybe avoid adding too many doodads to it. Okay. 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 Hmm. I'm sorry. Okay. Bless you, yeah. Almost done, huh? Okay. 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 And then we add now. Okay, something like this, and then we add a bit of trees. Okay. To be an area where you can't go, I think it's pretty good looking. Oh. Got too many. Okay. Okay, perfect. So now this makes a bit more sense. Oh, many trees there. Let's make this a bit less dense. Just optimize a little bit, so many trees. Okay. I think this looks pretty fine. Need to add a lot of stuff here, a bit of stuff even up here, here. This is the Sasquatch area. I think this might be the Panda relaxation area, maybe. This is where you come from originally. So you have some stuff here you can do. Some stuff, other entrance, golems. Yeah. Okay. Pretty happy. So, dear YouTube from the future, thank you for staying with me this evening. I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also leave a comment on the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to participate on the lives on Twitch. And finally, don't forget to support on Patreon if you want me to continue this project. If you love the project, support it. It's a lot of work and I need to live. Okay? So, thank you for watching and see you next time.